Alright, welcome back everybody. Hope you enjoyed the rest of the Wild Card weekend. Now, us Eagles fans got our wish as the Falcons defeated the Rams 26-13. And now the Falcons will come to Philly next weekend to face our Birds. Now, I already recapped the Titans game from yesterday. So now I'm going to recap the other three games. Going with the Jags-Bills first, then the Saints-Panthers, and then the Falcons-Rams game. So, first off, the Jaguars defeated the Bills 10-3. For their first playoff win since 2007. And defensive game, man. Neither offense did much. Defense is balled out. For the Jaguars, Blake Bortles had more rushing yards than passing yards. Finished with 88 rushing yards and 87 passing yards. Had one touchdown passing, which was the only touchdown in the game for either team. And Leonard Fournette, 57 rushing yards for Jags. And that was like their whole offense, though. Now, on to the Bills offense. Tyrod Taylor, 134 yards and a pick. We had Sean McCoy, 75 rushing yards, 44 receiving yards. Did all he could with the ankle injury. Now, this game, like I said, defensive game. Came down to the end. The Bills had a chance to tie it up, forced overtime, but once Tyrod Taylor left the game with concussion, Nathan Peterman came in, got the first down to extend the game, but then Jalen Ramsey picked him off to end the game on a great play. So the Jaguars advanced with the final score of 10-3. Now, on to the Saints-Panthers game. That game was wild. Saints ended up winning 31-26. Both offenses played great. Really great game to watch. Came down in the end. Cam Newton for the Panthers had 349 passing yards, 2 touchdowns. Greg Olsen and Christian McCaffrey each had over 100 yards receiving. Olsen had 107 yards. Christian McCaffrey had 101. And the Panthers, what hurt for them was they got field goals for the most part. Had to settle for 4 field goals during the game. Graham Gano, their kicker, was 4 for 5. He made a 58-yarder, but he missed a 25-yarder earlier in the game, which cost him at the end because they were down 5. That field goal came up huge. The Saints, Drew Brees had 376 yards, 2 touchdowns and a pick. Played great. The Saints also had 2 guys go over 100 yards receiving. Michael Thomas had 131 yards, and Ted Ginn Jr. had 115 yards receiving. The Saints, though, the Panthers held them, the duo, Kamara and Ingram, to under 50 yards rushing, which is great for their defense. But in the end, it came down to really the Panthers settled for field goals and the Saints getting touchdowns the whole game. The Saints controlled the game for the most part, first half, third quarter. Panthers put pressure on and came back. It was crazy with Sean Payton go for it on 4th down near midfield. They didn't get it through that pick, Drew Brees, which set up the Panthers, and they drove down the field, but then made a great stop with Saints defense, forced turnover on downs, and the Saints come away victorious. Headed down to Minnesota next weekend now for divisional playoffs. Now, last but not least, the biggest game that mattered for the Eagles. The Falcons defeating the Rams in LA 26-13. This game, give it all to the Falcons defense, man. Really balled out. They played great coverage on their receivers. The Rams had the highest scoring offense in the league coming in the game, and they shut them down. Great coverage. They stopped the run. Todd Gurley, he had over 100 yards rushing, but for the most part, they stopped him the whole game. Matt Ryan had 218 yards passing and a touchdown. Devontae Freeman had 66 yards rushing and a touchdown. Julio Jones, 94 yards and a touchdown. Mohamed Sanu, 75 yards receiving. Matt Bryant, the kicker for the Falcons, 4 for 4 on kicks, 54-yarder he made. For the Rams, Jared Goff had 259 yards passing and a touchdown. Todd Gurley, 142 yards receiving. Todd Gurley had 101 yards rushing. Robert Woods and Cooper Kupp were the top 2 receivers for the Rams. Robert Woods had 142 yards receiving. Cooper Kupp at 69 yards and the 1 touchdown for the Rams. But the biggest thing for the Rams was 2 fumbles by the return man Cooper. It really cost the Rams in that game. Set up the Falcons for good field position. and the Falcons made them pay. They didn't get touchdowns, so they got points off turnovers, and that's what kills you in the playoffs. Turnovers kill. You gotta be able to stop the run. Gotta be able to run the ball yourselves. And yeah, so Falcons defense prevailed, and really their experience. Rams looked shaky in the beginning, got found out later in the game, but the Falcons' experience in the playoffs really helped them. So that's the game. Falcons advanced 26-13, and they now punch their ticket to come to Philly next weekend. All I'm gonna say about the Falcons is be ready, man. Philly's nothing like LA. Our home field advantage is real. It's gonna be colder. So just be ready for Philly, man. Now, I'm making a preview video later in the week, going in detail about the Eagles-Falcons game, divisional playoffs. So until then, like, comment, subscribe, share this video, and as always, go Birds!